scene, a dense, ancient forest. A campfire crackles in the foreground. By the fire stands Gallium, a burly Gaul warrior clad in traditional armor, but with a shiny, silvery sheen. Gallium's voice is deep and resonant, with a hint of mischief. A large, wooden sign behind him reads Camp Gallium. Gallium, looking into the camera, sword drawn, salutations, travelers. I am Gallium, the mightiest of the Gaul warriors, but you can call me Ga for short. You caught me in a moment of strategizing. I'm plotting how to best the Roman army. Those lads in their fancy togas and shiny helmets think they're so invincible, but they haven't met me yet. Let me tell you why. Gallium sheathes his sword and picks up a chunk of shiny, silvery metal. Gallium, you see, I'm not just any warrior. I'm made of gallium. Wings, no, not Gallia, the land of our ancestors, but gallium, the element. Discovered by the French chemist Paul-Émile Lecoq-Desbois Squadron in 1875. Gallium was named after Gallia, meaning France, a fitting namesake. Wouldn't you say? Gallium takes the chunk of metal and places it near the fire. The metal begins to melt slowly. Gallium, look here. This fascinating metal melts at just around 29.76 C. That's about the temperature of a warm summer day, or conveniently, the palm of my hand. Imagine, you can melt me down if you held me too tight. But don't try it, or I'll slip right through your fingers like a silver stream. Gallium laughs heartily, then picks up a piece of parchment with a drawing of a sun and a shiny object. Gallium, now, let's talk about my cunning uses. Gallium isn't just a pretty face. This element is a critical player in the world of electronics. Gallium arsenide gas is a superstar in semiconductors and optoelectronic devices. Without me, those Romans would be squinting in the dark, no LEDs to light their way, no fancy gadgets to show off at their banquets. Gallium gestures to a makeshift solar panel lying nearby. Gallium. And have you heard of photovoltaic cells? They harness the power of the sun to create energy, especially efficient when made with gallium. With a few tweaks, I could harness the sun's rays and fry those Roman soldiers to a crisp. All right, maybe not fry them, but certainly give them a bright surprise. Gallium pulls out a small, ancient-looking flask and winks at the camera. Gallium. And in the world of medicine, I'm quite the healer. Gallium compounds can be used in scans to detect infections and inflammation. Imagine the Romans' surprise when they find out a Gaul warrior can help heal their wounds. Maybe we'll strike a truce over a shared bottle of venom. Gallium steps closer to the camera, his expression serious, but with a glint of humor in his eyes. Gallium. So, how do I plan to defeat the Roman army? You ask. By using my unique properties to outsmart them. I can melt into their ranks, unseen and unnoticed. I can power up their devices, then short-circuit them at the perfect moment. And if all else fails, I'll shine so brightly they'll be blinded by my brilliance. Gallium stands tall, raising his sword once more. Gallium, remember, it's not just about brute strength. Sometimes, it's the clever use of what you're made of that wins the day. In me, I'm made of gallium, the most unexpected warrior of them all. Now, onward to victory, or at least to a very interesting battle. The scene fades out as Gallium charges into the forest, a trail of shimmering liquid metal briefly glistening on the ground behind him. Narrator voiceover, Gallium, the element of surprise, melting expectations and forging a path to victory.